Hey, what's up guys? On this episode of VFX Studio, we're going to be doing some disintegration effects. The HitFilm 2 release is right around the corner, coming on November 1st, and I'll be talking more about it at the end of the episode. But for now, let's take a look at today's effect. This effect was suggested by Killian Raven, who asked for help turning a vampire into ash like in the movie Blade. Now unfortunately I can't show the clip they're talking about because of copyright issues, but I can give you the link, which is right here. To begin this effect, I shot myself on the green screen acting out two different scenes. If you need a tutorial on chroma keying, check out the 5th episode of VFX Studio. Next I set up a 3D camera and positioned pictures of a rough texture around me to make it look like a room. If you need a tutorial on 3D environments, check out the 6th episode. Next I found a picture of a knife, keyed out the white, and keyframed the position to move across the 3D space. I also keyframed the camera's Y rotation to follow the knife as it flew across. You can access the motion blur under the properties link. Raising the shutter angle will result in more blur. Next I applied a blood spray effect to my vampire layer, and changed the position to spray to the left of them. Under the properties you can change the spread, color, thickness, amount of particles, and speed of the blood. I made a separate composite shot and added a flame shockwave effect onto it. I duplicated it twice and made each one a different color. You can also change the texture of the wave under General, Type. Back in the main composite shot, I changed and keyframed the position of the shockwave to move with my shoulder. Next add a circular mask to your person layer. Keyframe it to slowly get bigger and eventually envelop the whole layer. Line up the timing of the shockwave and the mask. I duplicated and set one of the blending modes to add for brightness and the overlay for darkness. The grade with the lens flare is just to help it blend better. The ash that came off of me was a particle simulator that I set to sphere with a random trajectory. I keyframed the position to move around and decrease the particles over time. The appearance texture was Ember Variation 3. A small downward force was added for gravity. The skeleton under me was just several pictures that I placed in different spots. For the skull I used a hue RGB key to get rid of the white, then the invert to make it look black. Same goes for the ribs and arms. Then just keyframe their position and rotation to move with the actual body. This is probably one of the more difficult parts because it has to be pretty much exact. Lastly, I added a decrease in saturation, a bleach bypass, shake, and letterbox set to 2.0, and I was finished. HitFilm 2 will be released Thursday, November 1st. FX Home has given us great preview pictures and video to show off what it will be like. If you haven't seen the official HitFilm 2 trailer, it'll be at the end of this slideshow of screenshots for the software. From these pictures we get a 3D import modeler, a dedicated chroma key effect, updated UI, the ability to keyframe audio in the editor, parallaxing, shattering, and extruding text, and new tools. Here's a quick look at the pricing for each software.
Think of editing your movie. Trim your clips. Assemble your shots. Think of visual effects, motion tracking. Shoot on green screen, import 3D models, animate a helicopter or a spaceship, anything you want. Design your lighting. Create your own 3D particle effects. Think of grading. Color correct your shots. Design your own visual style. Make the screen pop. Think of doing it all in one program. Think of jumping between editing and visual effects with a single click. Think of HitFilm 2.
Thanks a lot for watching guys. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please leave a like rating below, add this video to favorites, or share it. Also, consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you have any suggestions for new effects or questions, feel free to leave a comment below. You can also follow me on Twitter at VFXS. Anyways guys, thanks a lot for watching.